ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ओम सच्चिदानंदरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। ओम निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ओं नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओं श्रीकृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। समस्त भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणः श्रुतिमातुः श्रीकृष्ण परब्रह्मणः समस्त ऋषीणां मुनीनां गुरूणां कृपया भागवतादि उपनिषदादि शास्त्रोक्त परब्रह्मानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् क्षणे एव सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं च विश्वशान्ति विश्वकल्याणार्थं च आयुरारोग्यादिसमस्त ऐश्वर्यादिप्राप्त्यर्थं च श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणस्य सप्तमस्कन्धस्य पारायणम् एकादशस्कन्धस्य अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ पारायणम्। In the chanting, let us do the 10th one. What is the answer given by Prahlada ji when Bhagavan NRUSIMHA asked him to ask for the boons? Kamanam rudi asamroham bhavatatu rune varam. If you really want to give me a boon, remove the final desire also from my heart, if at all it is there. That is the most enchanting answer given by Prahlada. That all comes in this chapter. Let us chant some 30 shlokas remaining tomorrow. Om Adha Saptama Skandaha Atha Dashamodhyayaha Narada Uvacha Om Bhakti Yogasya Tat Sarvam Antaraya Tayarbhakaha Manyamano Hrushikesham Smayamana Uvachaha Prahlada Uvacha मामां प्रलोभयोत्पत्त्या आसक्तं कामेषु तैर्वरैः तत्सङ्गभीतो निर्विण्णः मुमुक्षुस्त्वाम् उपाश्रितः भृत्यलक्षणजिज्ञासुः भक्तं कामेष्वचोदयतु भवान् संसारबीजेषु हृदयग्रन्थिषु प्रभो नान्यथा ते किल गुरो घटते करुणात्मनः यस्त आशिष आशास्ते न स भृत्यः स वैवणिको आशासानो न वै भृत्यः स्वामिन्याशिष आत्मनः न स्वामी भृत्यतः स्वाम्यम् इच्छन्यो राति चाशिषः अहं तु अकामः त्वद्भक्तः त्वं च स्वामी अनपाश्रयः नान्यतेहावयोरर्थः राजसेवकयोरिव यदि दास्यसि मे कामान् वरान्स्त्वं वरदर्शभा कामानां हृदय संरोहं भवतस्तु वृणे वरम् इन्द्रियाणि मनः प्राणः आत्मा धर्मो धृतिर्मतिः ह्रीः श्रीः तेजः स्मृतिः सत्यं यस्य नश्यन्ति जन्मना विमुञ्चति यदा कामान् मानवो मनसि स्थितान् तर्हि एव पुण्डरीकाक्ष भगवत्वाय कल्पते। ॐ नमो भगवते तुभ्यं पुरुषाय महात्मने हरये अद्भुतसिंहाय ब्रह्मणे परमात्मने। श्री नृसिंह उवाच नैकान्तिनो मे मयि जात्विहाशिषः आशासते मुत्रचये भवद्विधाः अथापि मन्वन्तरमेतदत्र दैत्येश्वराणाम् अनुभुङ्क्ष्व भोगान् कथामदीयाजुषमाणः प्रियास्त्वम् आवेश्य मामात्मनि सन्तमेकं सर्वेषु भूतेषु अधियज्ञमीशं यजस्व योगेन च कर्म हिन्वन्न भोगेन पुण्यं कुशलेन पापं कलेवरं कालजवेन हित्वा कीर्तिं विशुद्धां सुरलोकगीतां विताय माम् एष्यसि मुक्तबन्धः य एतत् कीर्तयेत् मह्यं त्वया गीतमिदं नरः त्वां च मां च स्मरन् काले कर्मबन्धात् प्रमुच्यते। प्रह्लाद उवाच वरं वरय एतत्ते वरदेशान्महेश्वर यदनिन्दत्पिता मे त्वाम् अविद्वांस्तेज ऐश्वरं विद्धामर्षाशयः साक्षात् सर्वलोकगुरुं प्रभुं भ्रातृहीतिमृषा दृष्टिः तद्भक्ते मयि चाघवान् तस्मात् पिता मे पूयेत दुरन्तात् दुस्तरादघात् पूतस्ते पाङ्गसन्दृष्टः तदा कृपणवत्सल। श्रीभगवानुवाच त्रिसप्तभिः पिता पूतः पितृभिः सह तेन घा यत्साधोऽस्य गृहे जातः भवान् वै कुलपावनः यत्र यत्र च मद्भक्ताः प्रशान्ताः समदर्शिनः साधवः समुदाचाराः ते पूयन्त्यविकीकटाः सर्वात्मना न हिंसन्ति भूतग्रामेषु किञ्चन उच्चावचेषु दैत्रीन्द्र मद्भावेन गतस्पृहाः भवन्ति पुरुषा लोके मद्भक्तास्त्वामनुव्रताः भवान् मे खलु भक्तानां सर्वेषां प्रतिरूपधृको कुरु त्वं प्रेतकार्याणि पितुः पूतस्य सर्वशः वदङ्गस्पर्शनेनाङ्ग लोकान्यास्यति सुप्रजाः पित्र्यं च स्थानमातिष्ठ यथोक्तं ब्रह्मवादिभिः मय्यावेश्य मनस्तात् कुरु कर्माणि मत्परः। नारद उवाच प्रह्लादोऽपि तथा चक्रे पितुर्यत् साम्परायिकं यथाह भगवान् राजन् अभिषिक्तो द्विजातिभिः प्रसादसुमुखं दृष्ट्वा ब्रह्मा नरहरिं हरिं स्तुत्वा वाग्भिः पवित्राभिः प्राह देवादिभिर्वृतः। ब्रह्मोवाच देवदेवाखिलाध्यक्ष भूतभावनपूर्वजा दिष्ट्या ते निहतः पापः लोकसन्तापनो असुरः योऽसौ लब्धवरो मत्तः नवद्यो मम सृष्टिभिः तपो योगबलोन्नद्धः समस्तनिगमानहन् दिष्ट्यास्य तनयः साधुः महाभागवतोर्भगः त्वया विमोचितो मृत्योः दिष्ट्या त्वां समितोऽधुना एतद्वपुस्ते भगवन् ध्यायतः प्रयतात्मनः सर्वतो गोप्तृसन्त्रासात् मृत्योरपि जिघांसदः। श्रीभगवानुवाच मयिवं वरोऽसुराणां ते प्रदेयः पद्मसम्भवा वरः क्रूर निसर्गाणाम् अहीनाम् अमृतं यथा। नारद उवाच We'll complete the chapter. इत्युक्त्वा भगवान् राजन् तत्रैवान्तर्दधे हरिः अदृश्यः सर्वभूतानां पूजितः परमेष्ठिना ततः सम्पूज्य शिरसा ववन्दे परमेष्ठिनं भवं प्रजापतीन् देवान् प्रह्लादो भगवत्कलाः ततः काव्यादिभिः सार्धं मुनिभिः कमलासनः दैत्यानां दानवानां च प्रह्लादमकरोत्पतिं प्रतिनन्द्य ततो देवाः प्रयुज्य परमाशिषः स्वधामानि यूराजन् ब्रह्माद्याः प्रतिपूजिताः एवं तौ पार्षदौ विष्णोः पुत्रत्वं प्रापितौ दितेः हृदि स्थितेन हरिणा वैरभावेन तौ हतौ पुनश्च विप्रशावेन राक्षसौ तौ बभूवतुः कुम्भकर्णदशग्रीवौ हतौ तौ रामविक्रमैः शयानौ युधि निर्भिन्न हृदयौ रामसायकैः तच्चित्तौ जहतुर्देहं यथा प्राक्तनजन्मनि ताविहात पुनर्जातौ शिशुपालकरुषणौ जौ हरौ वैरानुबन्धेन पश्यतस्ते समीयतुः येन पूर्वकृतं यत्तत् राजानः कृष्णवैरिणः जहुस्त्वन्ते तदात्मानः कीटः पेशस्कृतो यथा 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 भगवतः भक्त्या परमयाभिधा नृपाश्चैद्यादयः सात्म्यं हरेस्तच्चिन्तया ययोः आख्यातं सर्वमेतत्ते यन्मां त्वं परिपृष्टवान् दमघोषसुतादीनां हरेः सात्म्यमपि द्विषाम् येषां ब्रह्मण्यदेवस्य कृष्णस्य च महात्मनः अवतारकथा पुण्या वधो यत्रादिदैत्ययोः प्रह्लादस्यानुचरितं महाभागवतस्य च भक्तिर्ज्ञानं विरक्तिश्च याथात्म्यं चास्य वै हरेः सर्गस्थित्यप्ययेशस्य गुणकर्मानुवर्णनं परावरेषां स्थानानां कालेन व्यत्ययो महान् धर्मो भागवतानां च भगवान् येन गम्यते आख्यानेऽस्मिन् समाम्नातम् आध्यात्मिकमशेषतः य एतत् पुण्यमाख्यानं विष्णोर्वीर्योपबृंहितं कीर्तयेत् श्रद्धया श्रुत्वा कर्मपाशैर्विमुच्यते एतद्य आदिपुरुषस्य मृगेन्द्रलीलां दैत्येन्द्रयूथपवधं प्रयतः पठेत दैत्यात्मजस्य च सतां प्रवरस्य पुण्यं श्रुत्वानुभावमकुतो भयमेति लोकं यूयं नृलोकेवत भूरिभागाः लोकं पुनाना मुनयो वियान्ति येषां गृहानावसतीति साक्षात् गूढं परं ब्रह्म मनुष्यलिङ्गं स वा अयं ब्रह्म महद्विमृग्य कैवल्यनिर्वाणसुखानुभूतिः प्रियः सुहृद्वः खलु मातुलेयः आत्मार्हणेयो विधिकृद्गुरुश्च नयस्य साक्षात् भवपद्मजादिभिः रूपं धिया वस्तुतयोपवर्णितं मौनेन भक्त्योपशमेन पूजितः प्रसीदतामीश सात्वतां वदेः स एष भगवान् राजन् व्यतनोद्विहतं यशः पुरा रुद्रस्य देवस्य मयेनानन्तमायिना राजोवाच कस्मिन् कर्मणि देवस्य मयोऽहं जगदीशितुः यथा चोपचिता कीर्तिः कृष्णानानेन कथ्यतां नारद उवाच निर्जिता असुरा देवैः युध्यनेनोपबृंहितैः मायिनां परमाचार्यं मयं शरणमाययोः स निर्माय पुरस्तिस्रः हैमीरौप्यायसीर्विभुः दुर्लक्ष्यापाय संयोगाः दुर्वितर्क्य परिच्छदाः दाविस्ते सुरसेनान्यः लोकान् स्त्रीन्सेश्वरान् नृप स्मरन्तो नाशयान् चक्रुः पूर्ववैरमलक्षिताः ततस्ते सेश्वरा लोका उपासाद्येश्वरं विभो त्राहि नस्तावकान् देव विनष्टान् स्त्रिपुरालयैः हतानुगृह्य भगवान् मा भैष्टेति सुरान् विभुः शरं धनुषि सन्धाय पुरेष्वस्त्रं व्यमुञ्चद ततोऽग्निवर्णा इषवः उत्पेतुः सूर्यमण्डलात् यथा मयूखसन्दोहाः नादृश्यन्त पुरो यतः तैः स्पृष्टा व्यसवः सर्वे निपेतुः स्म पुरौकसः तानानीय महायोगी मयः कोपरसेक्षिवद सिद्धामृतरसस्पृष्ट्रा वज्रसारा महौजसः उत्तस्थुर्मेघदळना वैद्युता इव वाह्नयः विलोक्य भग्नसङ्कल्पं विमनस्कं वृषध्वजं तदायं भगवान् विष्णुः तत्रोपायमकल्पयत वत्सश्चासीत् तदा ब्रह्मा स्वयं विष्णुरयं हि गौः प्रविश्य त्रिपुरं काले रसकूपामृतं बभौ ते सुराह्यपि पश्यन्तः नन्यषेदन्विमोहिताः तद्विज्ञाय महायोगी रसपालानिदं जगौ स्वयं विशोकः शोकार्तन् स्मरन् देवगतिं च तां देवोऽसुरो नरोऽन्यो वा नेश्वरोऽस्तिह कश्चन आत्मनोऽन्यस्य वादिष्टं दैवेनापोहितुं द्वयोः अथासौ शक्तिभिः स्वाभिः शम्भोः प्राधानिकं यथात् धर्मज्ञानविरक्तृद्धि तपो विद्याक्रियादिभिः रथं सुतं ध्वजं वाहान् धनुर्वर्मशरादियतु सन्नद्धो रथमास्थाय शरं धनुरुपाददे शरं धनुषि सन्धाय मुहूर्ते विजिदीश्वरः ददातेन दुर्भेद्या हरोथ त्रिपुरो नृपा दिवि दुन्दुभयो नेदुः विमानशतसङ्कुलाः देवर्षिपितृसिद्धेशा जयेति कुसुमोत्करैः अवाकिरञ्जगुरुहृष्टा नन्दृतुश्चाप्सरो गणाः एवं दग्ध्वा पुरस्तिस्रः भगवान् पुरः नृप ब्रह्मादिभिः स्तूयमानः सन्धाम प्रत्यपद्यत एवं विधान्यस्य हरेः स्वमायया विडम्बमानस्य नृलोकमात्मनः वीर्याणि गीतानि ऋषिभिर्जगद्गुरोः लोकान् पुराणानि अपरं वदामि किम् इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां सप्तमस्कन्धे दशमोऽध्यायः। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। What a sublime knowledge is all this. Only many lives of Viveka Vairagya Yukta Jivanam, in which we have done intense Namasmarana, Upasana, Puja, Prarthana to Bhagavan, that he will give us such very sublime, deep, very powerful Antakarana, with which alone all this knowledge given in these great texts or the chapters we will be able to apprehend even a little of it. So very deep, very high, very sublime are all these topics. So anyway, that's good. Today's that Bhagavan Nrsimha blesses Prahlad ji, he goes and Yudhishthira ji ko Tripurasura Samhara Katha also Sri Narad ji makes him listen. That's how you all have heard it. Again and again, these have to be studied till we remember them. Our lives from now onwards should be totally dedicated through the Shastra Shravanam Adhyanam only to please Bhagavan, only to be blessed by Bhagavan, only to walk in the path of reaching Bhagavan and to reach Bhagavan. May it all happen to all of us, serious, sincere, regular Shrotas and Sadhakas. Thank you. Let's do our 11th Skandha, 28th chapter essence. Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, 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 Shri Bhagavat Sharanam Mama, Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Shri Suta Sharanam Mama, Shri Shukadeva Sharanam Mama, Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Shri Narada Sharanam Mama, Shri Kumara Sharanam Mama, Shri Brahma Sharanam Mama, Shri Vishnu Sharanam Mama, Shri Parabrahma Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkrupatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Swarge Satyeja Kailase Vaikunte Nasti Ayam Rasaha Atapibantu Sadbhagyaha Mama Munchita Karhichito. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuranam Ekadasha Skandaha Muktir Hitvanyata Rupam Sarupena Vyavastitihi Atha Ashtavimsha Adhyayasya Vihangavikshanam. Only single one thought before we study the entire 20th chapter is this much key. Just to ensure that we are settled. We are settled in doing what are our duties, knowing and doing them. We are settled in the contentment with whatever we are given. We are settled in accepting Paramatma as the goal. We are settled in unbroken, relentless, continuous Swadhyaya, then Manana Chintanam. And we are settled in our all the required sadhanas. Let us ensure that we are settled. Like we gave this example in many other occasions also, the driver starting from home till he hits the highway, he is so much unsettled or uncertain or heavy or confused because the heavy type of traffic, because so many signals, because of unruly movement of the mob there are people. So too, so many twists and turns, broken roads. But once is on highway, you can observe. You have traveled it thousands of times. Even you as a pillion or person sitting behind also are in the tension and anxiety till the car hits the highway to reach a distance or distant destination. We also feel a sigh of relief. Even the driver also says, Sir, at last, सारे गली वल्ली सब पार करके now we have come to the highway. Once he reaches highway, then he tells her, belt lagalo. He also puts the belt and then puts that gear 1, 2, 3, 4, and in that beautiful steady speed of 70, 80, 90, he keeps on driving, listening to his own choice of music. And you also listening music, looking here and there, or looking your phone, or reading a book, or as usual fighting with your wife or husband. You go on doing. In that there is going on is happening but there is no tension. You are settled in walking or traveling in the vehicle on the road towards the goal and going on happening. In our life also, one of the most sought or beautiful achievements is this: I am settled in all these five aspects. Settled in what my duties are, settled in contentment with whatever I have, settled with the goal as Paramatma alone, settled with my regular Swadhyaya and Manana Chintanam, settled in my Pakka known knowledge, known sadhana. And this sadhana, I myself have understood with my maturity of listening to so many classes, texts, etc., or in discussion with the Guru, those sadhanas can be finalized or finer tuned. Keep on doing them. You know the Guru knows to what level you reached. After once in 6 months or a year, again you come back to Guru and say what you have done. He'll ask you what's the status of mind. Then he may change the prescription or he may say, continue, it is working on you. All said and done, settled. This is one thought. Why? Now, once you are settled, you may sometimes in the travel, in the settlement only in the mind, decide, why, 2.5 घंटे बाद the dhaba will come. You stop there for some eateries, something. In the same way, while doing our sadhana in this way settled only, in between, any of the need of ours comes to involve in any of the activity of the world, special activity. Daily routine, we already said the first point, settling in our duties. Apart from that, nothing is newly invited by us, initiated by us, but if at all it comes in course of our travel, which is inevitable, essential, obligatory, compulsion, then we just do it. Again, once that eating over, again sit in the car, be on the road, settle there, go on moving. Till we reach the destination. Destination of purity of mind, destination of absolute quietening of the mind, the destination of transcending the mind, destination of seeing or experiencing our own conscious self. And that self alone is everywhere there as the substratum of everything. As we said yesterday also, day before also, in this class and other class, the reaching of the self is like reaching to gold, where you are seeing gold, you are seeing ornament, but you know what is the position of what. You are seeing pot, you are seeing mud, but you know the position of what is what. Earlier, the position of the reality of the mud was given to the illusory pot. Then the non-existing pot's nature is put on the mud as if the mud is not at all there. In the same way, the position of the reality of the self is given to the names and forms of the world now, and actually the name and form are not there, non existing. That non existing aspect of the names and forms of the world, the non existing aspect is as if superimposed on the self in such a way that we behave as if there is nothing like self or substratum. This is the confused way which we are all in now. But when the self is known through all the process said, now the wrong thing goes away, the right thing comes. We know the mud alone is real, the pots come and go. the self alone is real, the worlds come and go. That's how the mukta sthiti. So before all that, settlement, settle in life and pray to the Lord. Hey Bhagavan, let no more be my mind distracted, confused, enchanted, misguided by any of the things. May it be purely pakka settled in that way of life where reaching you alone is goal, and in that path only I am there. Please see to it. Neither me invoke any distractions, nor any distractions from the world come. Even if they come, may I have the ability to say no to those distractions. Like, what a beautiful portion we just now chanted. Hey Bhagavan, it is your Maya only that you are tempting me, the Ananya Bhakta, with the Kamana, which are the Bija for every of the Anartha and Naraka. If not for you testing me, what else it is? See that Prahlada's answer to Nrusimha Bhagavan. I came to you to be an Ananya Bhakta and Dasa. You are asking me to seek any boon or vara. Anything Kamana I ask, it is a seed. It is a seed for every of the anartha. You are testing me and you are also warning me. Or you are, what I say, educating me as to having seen Bhagavan, can there be any other goal? It can't be. Therefore, if not now, tomorrow, any unknown seed of desire may crop up if at all it is there. So, Hrudi Asamroham means let there not be even one seed of desire sprout in my heart. If at all that seed is there, now I am asking you the boon, please burn it. Just like the burnt or roasted seed never sprouts, in the same way, roast, burn away even a slightest of the seed of desire, if at all is there in me. That's the goal should be for us. That's the ideal for us. That's how we have to pray. Let nothing, oh Lord, distract me from this settlement from within, not from outside also. May you not send any such obstacles. May the world does not send those things to me. Even if they come, may I have the powerful discrimination and ability to decide properly, take decision and strength to say no to them, so that I won't delay reaching you. I won't delay in my bhakti, in my sharanagati, in my ananya bhava, in my the joy of parama bhakti where I surrender totally to you, and also in my joy of knowing you and I are one. That should be our attitude. Okay. Now Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuranam Ekadasha Skandaha Ashtavimshodhyayaha. This chapter is so tempting. You study, again study. Don't feel like leaving it. Just browse through it. Today is a relaxed mood of browsing through this chapter as a bird's eye view. All we have done exhaustive study to our capacity. Our study is exhaustive from our standpoint, but the subject matter in the chapter is very detailed, deep, and sublime, which gets revealed to us as we grow, as we become matured, as we really intensely become pure in our heart and Bhagavan Guru when they desire to reveal to us. They reveal to us the knowledge depending on our maturity and our surrender and need of us. Like the maturity, surrender, need of the student makes him to be put in that particular class. फोर्थ क्लास में है मतलब उसका मेच्योरिटी उसका सरेंडर उसका नीड फोर्थ क्लास का स्टैंडर्ड का है then the next year it grows to fifth, sixth in that way. So to the need to me, the maturity in me, and the amount of surrender to the goal God Guru I have that decides the revelation or revealing of the subject to each of the students. Same chapter when you and I study after 5 years, understanding will be different. 5 years back, if we had studied it, what we are understanding now, even that we have not had. This is the glory of this chapter. Every of the Shastra is like that. And at the highest level of maturity, In and through every akshara of every shloka, we see Krishna Tattva hidden in the in the transcendental form as Brahma Tattva and also in the immanent form. Both we can see in every akshara of Bhagavatam. That is the ultimate achievement. Like when I say Parasvabhava Karmani, the Parasvabhava Karmani, the Sanskrita Shabda with its literal meaning is not seen. The Parabrahma in the transcendental and Narayana in the immanent form, that is what is seen by a Maha Bhagavata, who must have studied Bhagavata thousands of times, more than that, totally surrendered to Bhagavata Shastra, Shruti Mata, Guru and Bhagavan. Now let us say this whole chapter is about the Atma Tattva Nirupanam, Paratattva Nirupanam, Mukti Anubhuti Nirupanam, Mukti Sadhana Nirupanam, then Sadhana Vigna Nirmulana Upaya Nirdesham Itya. So first, where the life starts from. Sri Bhagavan Vacha, Parasvabhava Karmani, Na Prashamset, Na Garhayet, Vishwamekatmakam Pashyan, Prakrutya Purushena Cha. Never do the Ninda, censuring, Prashamsa, the hype of anybody's Swabhava as well as Karma. What it does? The already visualized world of multiplicity is taken as reality. You have to transcend the multiple world, reach out to the one common reality. Therefore, never do the ninda stuti of anybody's swabhava karma. Why? Because there is nobody other than Paramatma. If you do ninda and stuti, then that person is taken as real. That person's impression comes in our mind. Then those values appear to be real. Our mind really exists, covering the Paramatma. And I also, as the maker of these opinions of Ninda and Stuti, also continue as a Baddha Jiva. I'll never know the truth. That's how we have exhaustively studied that. Then how we have to behave when we are in the world? Vishwamekatmakam Pashyan. Through the authority of the Shastra Jnanam, if you have already gained, also as your practice, just to visualize the world entire, having one only Atma as its substratum. Be attentive. That one Paramatma only getting dichotomized as what? The knower and known. The knower is Purusha, known is Prakriti. So, isn't it? Entire world is put in one category of known, and I am the knower. So I, the Jiva, knower. The world known, both are so having substratum of one Eka Paramatma only. See, देखो clear. इसी में सारा वेदांत आ गया. Then he says, no, I'm not explaining in detail. Already we studied, only browsing again through. The one Atma as knower and known, and in the known multiplicity of Rupanama, it is all is Maya play. Don't value too much of this Rupanama world, something as good or bad. Para includes, we already explained, the human beings, the objects, the situations, anything known by us. Neither it is good nor it is bad. The moment you say good or bad, that's called Ragadvesha, it gathers reality. It just hai. It's all Paramatma's Leela. There is no good person, no bad person. Everything is Paramatma's expression in the heart. Outside, according to the standard norms, from bad person you have to protect. From with good person, any guidance, help required, you take it. ये सब व्यवहार की बात. Then parasvabhava karmani yah prashamsati nindati sa ashubhrashyati swarthado asatyabhiniveshataha. What we just now said, here Bhagavan says, the one who does the prashamsa and ninda of others' swabhava as well as karma, they get lost from their one goal of Paramatma. Because they are caught up in going on looking at the people, analyzing their behavior and nature, and going on labeling that. So his world becomes medhaya pihitaha, filled with this Jagat Sambandha information. Then he is not available for Paramatma Jnanam. So he will fall from his own beautiful goal. Because goal is Paramatma, that is forgotten. Because mind is filled with Ninda and Garhana, Ninda and Prashamsa of somebody or the others, Swabhava and Karma all the time. It's a very sublime thought it is. People who doesn't know how to protect their mind, like in one of our morning classes, which class I don't know, we spoke about this, apne man ko raksha karo. Who doesn't know this secret or need of protecting mind, they go to people, friends, talk to each other about the others, their karma and svabhava, fill their antakarana with samsara. Where is the time and chance in that antakarana for Paramatma's availability? परमात्मा's arrival chance नहीं होता उनको. That is a hint given. In this, the secret is what? When you are only aiming at Lord, not doing this svabhava karma nindar prashamsa, the vasanas from the mind is going away. The value given to the world is going away. We have to be careful in that. And we talked, when we spoke on this topic of 5 days, we saw anybody asks you about any other body, only one standard answer you give. I don't know. मेरे को नहीं मालूम. Can you tell me about that person? Is he good or bad? Immediately don't jump and say, ये मैं बताता हूँ, उसने ये किया, इसने वो किया. कुछ नहीं पता बस. I don't know. Then, तैसे निद्रयापन्ने पिण्डस्थो अनष्टचेतस्नः मायां प्राप्नोति मृत्युं वा तद्वत् नानार्थदृक्प्रमान्. How so अर्थात् भ्रश्यति asatyaviniveshadaha. Can you give any example that he gets overpowered by the untrue, unreal, therefore gets lost from his path of reality? If given importance to parasvabhava karma, example is given. When we are trying to sleep, not yet slept. Oh, when we are trying to enter into sleep, not yet slept, what happens at that time? The mind which has not entered into sleep projects its own non-existing unreal world called as Swapnam. In the same way, when self is not known and we are not in the sleep, when we are valuing the Parasvabhava karma, the entire world in front of us, though not so real, is made as if as real, like the dreamer gets lost in dreama, we get lost in the waking world. Very sublime it is. I know few of you are able to catch it. Again I repeat. Same example. I wanting to sleep. So not awakened to my waking plane, not totally slept. But the away of the semi-woken up mind with its own impressions, vasanas, creates a world of swapna. I get lost in that swapna as a swapna purusha, taking the swapna jagat as real and going through the sukha dukkha samsara. In the same way, in the waking world also, yet not yet realized myself, and not aware of the world also, aware, then what I am doing? Bringing the Ninda and Sutya Parasvabhava karma, we attentive, creates a world around us like the world of dream created for a dreamer, and then in that world we are lost. In fact, if you stop totally the Ninda Stuti of the world, we know what will happen? Total Raga Dvesha from the heart goes away. When the Raga Dvesha from the heart goes away, the Vasanamaya Kosha, the Manomaya Kosha stop doing their influence. Because the Raga Dvesha are there in the Vasanamaya Kosha, they will influence the Mana. Now there are no Raga Dvesha, there is no Vasana Kosha, there is no Mana. Then what happens? Buddhi works in its 100% efficacy and efficiency. In that 100% efficacy of the buddhi, you know what happens? The reality is understood and the buddhi is also transcended, reality is experienced. Just like you will not be in the dream at all if the impressions are not there. Direct from waking, you enter into sleep. From the sleep, you come to waking. In the same way. Very subtle. I know you. Just be alert. Dream world is never existing, but imagined, created, projected, and we as a dreamer suffer. So too, the Ishvara created world is there. That never troubles anyone. In that, my own created, my Jiva Sushti binds me. Where from this Jiva Sushti created? By Ragadvesha. How? Because of Nindastuti. Nindastuti means saying something is important or good or useful or valuable, giver of the sukha. Other one is the bad one, it gives dukkha, it is unwanted. ये जो पेयर ऑफ ऑपोजिट वाला लेबलिंग होता है ना, दैट वन in a higher intellect, nothing gives sukha or dukkha. It only is there perceived by the senses as it is. Then it may be harmful, it may be useful. Being harmful and being useful is neither dukkha nor sukha. Like, hot fire is there. So now fire, does it give sukha or dukkha? It doesn't neither give sukha or dukkha. When you become so close to it, it burns you. If you are little required amount of distance, it warms you. In the burning, there is a dukkha. In the warming, there is a sukha. Is imagined by us. And it is harm. Burning the hand is a harmful thing. Therefore, don't go near it. इन विंटर अपने आप को सेकना यूजफुल है, उधर जाओ. सुख दुख को इंप्रूव नहीं करना हो, यूजफुल और नॉट यूजफुल. That is why, those people who want to be safe, they put 24 AC in summer. But those who want sukha, they make it 16. If you can understand the difference between that, you have understood Vedanta. I should not suffer summer. So 25, 26 room temperature, AC okay for me. Because too hot, it is 45, I'll burn. So if I put 16 means what? खूब पूरा ओढ़ कर मजा लेना उस एसी का. एसी सजा से बचने के लिए होता है, मजा लेने के लिए नहीं होता. If you can know that one thing is understood. It's like that. Now, if I go in detail again, it's a big subject. In the same way, mayam prapnoti mrutyum va tadvat nana arthadruk pramano. So either like a death like nidra or a projected world of dream, a person when he is gone away from the awakened state enters. In the same way, the one who is lost in ragadvesha because of ninda stuti will enter into this dream world of samsara or perishes. Therefore, when you see this world, just be a seer. कोई काम है करो, उससे मिला ना सुख देखो ना दुख देखो, उसमें जरूरत है देखो. जरूरत है तो ले लो, नहीं तो नहीं. Is it not? The animals you can see them. जरूरत के हिसाब से खाते हैं वो लोग, सुख दुख नहीं देखते. Therefore, they are not bound with raga dvesha. Interesting. Now, kim bhadram kim abhadram va dvaitasya vastunah kiyato vachoditam tad anrutam manasadhyatameva cha. See, the entire world, dvaita, other than Paramatma. Paramatma is ekameva advayam. Other than Paramatma, Advaitam whichever we see is avastu. It is unreal. Now, how can you call in that unreal something as Bhadram, good, something as Avadram, not good? I'm telling you a real reality. What is that? Vacha uditam manasa dhyatam. Keep this thought in mind and try to find out the meaning of this in your life. What is the thought? Whatever spoken by the mouth and whatever is thought in the mind, they are unreal. Vacha uditam manasa dhyatam anrutam. In this, so many things. It is the mind and the mouth which are creating the Dvaita in Paramatma. And after that, the same mind is talking the Bhadra and Abhadra about the same imagined Dvaitam and creating huge samsara. Now, these slokas are not as easy as can be said in one or two sentences. That is why it took full 44 days for us to study. I think the number of slokas also are 44. Huh? Is it not? Exactly. मैं भूल ही गया. Today is the 45th day. 45. But that's why I said this chapter's Mahima. Self alone is real. Self need not be thought of by the mind, spoken with the mouth. Is it not? The moment the mind comes and thinks, mouth comes and talks, it is only talking about unreal, because self need not be and cannot be talked about. Need not be and cannot be. संभव है न जरूरत है. In this way we discussed last 1 month back. I remember. And first we talk about not self, and then we do Bhadra and Abhadra labeling to that. Then we only create Raga Dvesha. Then we only get lost in that created world. So standard sentence is anything spoken by my mouth and thought by the mind is not real at all. Anrutam. Sort it out. Contemplation करके पता करो. And everything is as unreal known only when the real is known. You will realize parts to be unreal, only the real mud is known behind all the parts. That's how the entire chapter, entire Vedanta, takes us to the substratum through deep meditation, before that contemplation, before that Tattvamasi Atyadi Mahavakya Vicharana. Tattvadi Mahavakya Vicharana karate हुए, the Guru Shastra takes us to the meditational level. In the meditation, reality is experienced. Once you see real, you know what is unreal. All things is unreal. Okay. Next, Chaya Pratyahvaya Bhasa hi Asantopyarthakarinah Evam Dehadayo Bhavaha Yachanti Amruttutah Bhayam. Chaya, the shadow, Pratyahva, the resound, Abhasa, the reflection. Shadow, resound, reflection. They are not substantial things existing, yet they give experience. In the same way, Dehadi, Upadis, Rupanamadi of the Jagat, even though they are not real, till we die or till we know the self, they go on giving us the experiences. When we were analyzing this shloka, as the essence or the gist of this shloka, what we understood, you remember? Self, just because if it is not experienced now, don't deny its presence. And the entire waking and dream world, just because you are experiencing them, don't take them as real. Clear? Then again, this is also to be worked out. These are all the Paramatma. He is in this experience and giving all this as a homework to Uddhavji to work out on it when he goes to Badrinath. Does the Upasana quietens his mind? With the quietened mind, he sits and works out on all these things. नहीं है तो भी लाइक सांप का वी हैव एग्जांपल गिवन. सांप नहीं है लेकिन फिर भी भय देता है वो. क्यों दिया? क्योंकि आपने सोचा कि वो है. नहीं है फिर भी भय देता क्योंकि आपने सोचा वो है. और है भी पहचान में नहीं आता क्योंकि आपने नहीं देखा किसको? रस्सी को. Ananda Swarupa Atma is there yet not recognized, therefore we are not getting Ananda. Dukkha Swarupa Jagat is not at all there, but still you are imagining it to be there, therefore we are getting Dukkha. It is so simple. What Paramatma gives? Ananda. What have you recognized? No, therefore Ananda has not come. What Jagat gives? Dukkha. Is a Jagat is there? No. But do you remember? Do you imagine that it is there? Yeah. Therefore, you get the dukkha. It's just like, what other person intended in saying or in not saying, we don't know. But still we suffer only by our own imagination. Like somebody looking at us. In fact, he was thinking somewhere. While thinking somewhere, his eyes turned towards us. He is not even aware that he is looking at us because he is lost in some other thinking. But immediately ये मेरे को देख रहा है, घूर घूर कर देख रहा है, गुस्से से देख रहा है. Don't we think accordingly? Our emotions, our experiences also change or not? You see, the best example of today is what? Earphones are kept, or the Wi-Fi, what do you call, Bluetooth headphones or earphones kept. We don't know कि उसके कान में वो है. और वो हंस रहा है वो. हमको लग रहा है हमको हंस रहा है, हमको देखकर. But he is talking to somebody in the phone. But we imagine. क्या कहा तुमने? We say. And he says, मैं तुमसे नहीं कहा, मैं फोन में और किसी से बात कर रहा हूँ. और किसी से बात कर रहा है, लेकिन हमको लगता है हमसे बात कर रहा है या हमको देखकर हंस रहा है. दिस इज हाउ द माइंड वर्क्स इन प्रोजेक्शन. द ओनली वे ऑफ माइंड फंक्शनिंग इज प्रोजेक्शन. Everything projection is unreal. To transcend the projection and get reality, you have to transcend the projecting instrument called as mind. Transcending mind is meditation. But the purest mind, the wisdom oriented mind only gets transcended. Therefore, through karma, bhakti, ashtanga yoga, we have to purify. Through knowledge, we transcend the mind. Then we see the self, the reality. That is how so many things in this shloka. Okay. Atmaiva tadidam vishvam srujate prabhu trayate trate vishvatma hriyate harate ishvaraha tasmat nahi atmanah anyasmat anyah bhava nirupitaha. See, Ishvara himself creates as a creator and he himself is created. He is a maintainer, he is maintained. He is the dissolver, he is the dissolved. Therefore, tasmat nahi atmanah anyasmad atmanah anya bhava nirupitaha. There is no thing other than the self is actually established or existing. Be subtle. Very simple thought. First thing is what? The whole world. Second, it is created. Third, there is a creator. Fourth, the creator is Ishvara. Yeah. Paramatma only became creator, created. At the time of maintenance, maintainer, maintained. Dissolution mein, dissolver, dissolved. He is playing the role of the pair of these three pairs. Contemplate on that. Again, work out on this principle. Therefore, when he himself is the creator, maintainer, dissolver, created, maintained, dissolved, where is anything other than him? That other than him is only in our ignorance. What is ignorance? Not knowing that there is one who is functioning as all these six. So what Shastra teaches us? That one behind all these a set of two, creator, created, maintainer, maintained, dissolver, dissolved, वो पूरा एक ही में हो रहा है, एक ही इन सब खेल खेल रहा है. When you have this knowledge, then the otherness goes. While talking on these shlokas, we have focused on this point very detailedly. Ignorance is in the form of accepting the sense of otherness, accepting something existing. The sense of otherness is ignorance. There is nothing other than the self or Paramatma. One Paramatma only, the knower, known. That's why I said, in the known also I am there with awareness. In the knower also I am there with awareness. If I, the awareness, is there, both in knower and known, what it should conclude to? One awareness only is acting as knower and known. ये हो गया श्लोक का अर्थ. देन निरूपितेयं त्रिविधा निर्मूला भातिरात्मने idam gunamayam vidhi trividham maya kritam. So, this Trividha Srishti, whichever is there in front of the world, with the three gunas on deep contemplation, found to be unreal. Maya only makes these three gunas, Maya with its three gunas, makes this world of, call it as Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika, or the world of Jnana Kriya Dravya. The Jnanam is Sattva-guna Vyakti-karanam, the Kriya is Rajoguna Vyakti-karanam, and Dravyata is Tamoguna Vyakti-karanam. So in this world, what are there? Only Dravyam is there, Kriya is there, Jnana. Dravyam is because Tamoguna of Maya. Kriya is Rajoguna of Maya. Then the Jnanam is Sattva-guna of the Maya. Therefore, the Maya's three gunas are making appear these Dravya Kriya Jnanam put together is the world. In the pure Paramatma, there is no Maya, there is no Dravya Kriya Jnanam, there is no Jagat. Clear? And when the Viveka Paramatma is done and he is discovered, this is the status. When it is not discovered, Paramatma's presence with the Viveka and contemplation, then the Maya functions. When the Maya functions, all these are projected, not created. We take them as real. Again, these are all very sublime Vedantic thoughts. We have to work on them on the seat of our contemplation. For that, the required concentration, required stamina, required withdrawal from the world, required the desire, jnasa, we have to generate. It takes lot of time to generate them. That too when we are regular in the satsang, in the company of the Guru. Guru tells us all problems are because samsara and makes us do get vairagya from the world. Guru or Shastra tell us that all the Sukha, Ananda, Mukti is there in Paramatma. Then Guru Shastra, when we listen regularly, they give us that jnasa. I want to know that my own self in which there is infinite Ananda. If you don't listen regularly, then the jnasa or mumukshata. From the Jagat standpoint, it is called as mumukshuta because Jagat is binding. I want mukti from it. The desire for mukti is called mumukshuta. From Paramatma standpoint, it is called as jignasa because Paramatma is there, Ananta, Sarvayapaka, Ekaha, Ananda Swarupaha. I have to know it. It is already there, I have to know. So, mumukshuta from the world, jignasa Paramatma, both are same. Combined is spirituality. Mukti from the Jagat Bandhanam, Anandamai Bhagavad Jnanam, Atma Jnanam, Paramatma Jnanam. That jignasa, that mumukshuta are the results of Ishvara Guru Kripa when we regularly are tuned to them and also to the Shastra through satsang. नहीं तो नहीं होगा. क्यों नहीं होगा? क्योंकि जहां आप बाकी जगह पे हो इन बातों का जिक्र ही नहीं हो रहा है उधर. Is it not? Anything other than this is being spoken in the world. So in the world, that thing which is spoken there alone is available. But in the Shastra, other than Paramatmata Satyatva, other than the Jagat Mityatva, nothing is spoken. You know, in the markets when you go, mainly the wholesale wale, there is an oil shop. Only the oil is available there. You ask anything else, he will not give it. It is not there. Some other shop you go there, many other things are there, but not the oil. He says, go there. In the same way, in the world, everything is there, and not only everything, opposite things than those which create jignasa and mukshata, they only bind us with ignorance. In the Jagat, instead of jnanam, there is ajnanam is there. Instead of mukti, there is bandhanam is there. Only in the Paramatma telling Shastra and Satsanga, there is mumukshata through the proof of the world to be unreal. Then the Purti of Jignasa by teaching us the Tattva or Atma Swarupa. We have to be very careful in this. Hope you are catching it. This way, having said so, Bhagavan says, ki एवं विद्वान् मदुदितं ज्ञानविज्ञाननैपुणं न निन्दति न च स्तौति लोके चरति सूर्यवत्. The one who has got this jnana vijnana nipunata, as said by me in last 7 slokas, he will like a Surya, illuminating everything in his presence, never does ninda or stuti of anything of this world. What is that to do ninda and stuti? Everything Paramatma. बढ़िया सा टॉपिक है कि नहीं. Then he says, प्रत्यक्षेण अनुमानेन निगमेन आत्मसंविदा आद्यन्तवत् असज्ञात्वा निस्संगो विसरेदिह. Using all these means of pratyaksha, anumana, nigama, atmasamvit. 4 sadhanas. What we have to know, anything which has adi and which is not there at the end, in between if it is appearing, it is only appearance. Appearance, actually it is asat. We have to know it. Then in the present, though it is appearing, knowing that it is unreal, just without attachment, be in the world. Now, how important this sadhana for us, you see, this knowledge? What is that? Adi antavad asat jnatva. That which has got adi, beginning, that which is going to end, antavan, in between it is appearing, it is only appearance, it is not real. Knowing this, what is the result of knowing it? You can never have attachment to that. The moment you are detached from it, you are reveling in this life, or you are living in this life freely like a bird. The only way to live life is life lived like a vicharana or vihara or ananda, never getting bound by anything. How do you don't get bound? What is the way to get freedom? Only one thing. Everything has adi and anta, and in between it is appearing. It is appearance only. It is not real. और कोई भी अनरियल और इमेजिनेशन को लेकर फंसता नहीं, बंधित होता नहीं, बद्ध नहीं होता है. एंड दिस महावाक्य आदि अंतवत असत ज्ञात्वा निस्संगः विसरेदिह. I made you chant this line many times. आद्यंतवद असत ज्ञात्वा निस्संगो विसरेदिह. Everything which is beginning and in between it appears but not real, knowing that don't get attached to anything, just relax in the life. Nissanga. So to Uddhava Uvacho, then he says, Naivatmano na dehasya samsrutir drastu drusyayoho anatma swadushoho isha kasya syadupalabhyate. What a beautiful question. The answer of which gave us very clear picture about what is jiva. Is it real or unreal? We have seen it. His question is, pure Parama Atma is Ananda Sarupa. There is no samsara to him. Deha Adi are Jada. They are not Chaitanya. How there are also no samsara? Then who is experiencing samsara? Because I am experiencing. Samsara means the experience of the pairs of opposite. Samsara is experience of Stula Sukshma Karana, not the Nitya Nirantara Nischala Ananda. Nitya Nirantara Nischala Ananda is Atma Swarupa. That is not Samsara, that is a Mukti. Then coming, going wala Sukha Dukha jo anubhav karte हम Stula Sukshma में, all that is Samsara. किसको है? Not to Deha, it is Jada. Not to Paramatma, he is Chaitanya, and Atma Swarupa, and his Druk Swarupa. He is a Sakshi Chaitanya. Now, this is such a biggest question. Biggest question. Oh, very big question it is. If the entire world, without any biasness, takes into account of the mutual behavior of India and Pakistan, if that biggest question is raised, who is promoting terror and troubling the other country? Is India creating the terrorists and sending them to Pakistan, or is Pakistan doing to India? If this probe is unbiased way honestly done by the entire world, You know, everything, the Aikya Rajya Samiti also, all of that, even they will crystal clearly know who is the culprit. That's how they know it. That is why that FATF is not giving that permission freedom to Pakistan. Only one China supports it. Kabhi kabhi. If you probe it, you will never be missing the reality. We are innocent. We are even ready to help them in their floods and all. We only gave them the country. पूरा हमारे तो दिया हुआ है उनको. Is it not? But they for no reason jealous of our growth, creating, promoting state-sponsored terrorism on the other nation. In the same way, when you probe this question, आत्मा में दुख नहीं है, आनंद स्वरूप है, संसार नहीं है, देहादि जड़ है, उसको संसार नहीं होता, किसको है? If you ask this question, that fellow who is experiencing all that, called a pseudo jiva, is dissolved. That is why, as long as we don't inquire about the jiva, he still stays there and gives us samsara. As long as we don't inquire about the Atma always remains away from us, therefore we don't get sukha. As long as we talk about the Ninda and Stuti of the world, though it is unreal, still appears to be real, binding us. Binding of the world by the world, binding of the world on us is because of the world is appearing as real because of Ninda and Stuti. Jiva, me, is becoming Sukhi Dukhi because I have not inquired about the reality of my Jiva. So to the Ananda of Atma also is not coming to me because I have not done the Vicharana of the real Atma. Vedanta talks about these three. By making us inquire about the self, it gives the Ananda of the self to us. By proving to the world as unreal, by stopping us from doing Ninda Stuti, it removes the influence of the Jagat on us through Raga Dvesha. Then by making us inquire, it makes us discover that fellow was becoming Sukhi Dukhi is actually not real at all. हो गया मोक्ष? So, Atma Vyayo Aguna Atma Vyayo Aguna Shuddha Swayam Jyotirana Vrutaha Agnivat Darvat Achito Deha Kasyeha Samshutihi. So, Atma Gunas, Deha Gunas are given, and who is the samsari, who's samsara, who is going through Janma Marana and Sukha Dukha. This was Uddhava's answer. Question. Bhagavan's answer is how clear? How many days we went on discussed this toka? The next one, Ya Sri Bhagavan Vacha, Yavaddehendriya Prana Pranaihi Atmanah Sannikarshanam Samsaraha Falavanta Vadu Aparthopi Avivekina. See the important thing? Atma, the real self, me, as long as I am in proximity with the Upadhi, Atma only behaving as Jiva to suffer. And how long it goes on? Till the Viveka is born, till the Aviveka is there. When the Viveka replaces Aviveka, in which Anatma is kept as Anatma, Atma is taken as Anatma, Atma's proximity with the Upadhi goes away, the Samsari Jiva goes away. Therefore, only sadhana is what? I must know that I am Jiva suffering because of Upadhi. I must know I myself am the Atma, and to establish in the Atma and the Moksha Anubhava, I have to go away from the Upadhi. Therefore, Upadhi, transcendence, Atma identification is the Mukti. Forgetting the Atma Vastu, nearing to the Upadhi, related to the Upadhi, behaving like a Baddha Jiva is the ignorance. Aviveka Janya. That we discussed. Very good shloka. Then, Artehya Vidyamanepi Samsrutirna Nivartate Dhyayato Vishayanasya Swapnenarthagamo Yatha. Each shloka was a big thesis, huge dose wala, हम उसको पढ़ते गए. Even in reality, the things are not there, yet the dukkha samsara is not going away. How? Because dhyayato vishayanasya. Only it is our mental imagination giving the birth to the objects, value to the objects, attachment to the objects, suffering because of the objects of the world. That is why swapne anarthagamaha. In dream there is a world, still you had all the experience of sukha dukkha there. Therefore, ध्यायतो विषयान is important. भगवत ध्यान से विषय ध्यान को छोड़ दोगे, संसार चला जाएगा. Remember, Paramatma alone is real. Think about him, understand about him, near to him, identify with him. You are Ananda Mukta. Think about the Vishayas are projected. Then you get lost in them through identification, through Raga Dvesha. Endless samsara we go through. यथा हि अप्रतिबुद्धस्य प्रस्वापो बह्वनर्थप्रतो स एव प्रतिबुद्धस्य न वै मोहाय कल्पते. When a person tending to sleep, not yet slept, in the dream he goes through so much of anartha. Same person when he wakes up to the waking world, nothing of the dream bandhanam is there. So too, when I awaken to my real self, the dream world, like this waking world, has no influence of binding me. This is what is 14. Shoka harsha bhaya krodha lobha moha spruhadayah ahankarasya dushyante janma mrityuscha na atmanah. Interesting. All these qualities of Shoka, Harsha, Bhaya, Krodha, Adi belong to the Ahankari, who is identifying the Upadhi, not to the Atma. So therefore, I either realize the Atma and go beyond Shoka, Moha and Samsara, or give up Shoka, Moha, Adi and realize the Atma, be happy as an Atma. Not realizing the self, nor leaving the Shoka, Moha, Adi, continue as a Samsari Ahankari. अहंकार इज जीव. ईच श्लोक. अब इससे बढ़कर इतना स्पष्ट रूप से और कौन कहा बताएगा इतने आसान से सकल वेदांत सार को और मुक्ति ज्ञान को. Do one yajna of listening to all these 44 classes once more. Just forward karo all the chantings straight away from the top you listen. In many classes I gave the introduction thought. That also eliminate. Total Bhagavata talk in the 1.5 hour talk is only 50-55 minutes. 45 sometime. उसी को आप सुनो, हेल्प करेगा. देहेन्द्रिय प्राण मनोभिमान जीवोन्तरात्मा गुण कर्म मूर्ति सूत्र महानित्युरुदेव गीतः संसार आधावति कालतंत्र. The antaratma only because of Dehendriya Manaprana Tadatmya behaves like a jiva. He at the totality level is called as Sutratma, and he is the one coming under the influence of Kala. In the past he does karma, in the present he gets the phala of it, in the present he does the karma, he gets the result of it in the future. So to get into the future phala, he'll have to enter into different yoni depending on what phala we have to get for what karma we have done. In this way, then what to be done? Amulametat bahuruparopitam manovacha prana sharira karma jnanasinopasanayaashitena chitva munirgam vicharatya trishnaha upasanayashitena jnana asina. With the sword of knowledge sharpened with the upasana of repeatedly visiting this jnanam by being at the feet of the Guru, we have to cut this moola rahita yet appearing in many formed this jiva in us. So in our layman's language, upaditadatma yukta jiva bhava, has to be cut asunder with the jnana that I am only the sakshi of the upadhis, therefore I am not the upadhi tadatmya jiva. ये ज्ञान है. What is jnanam? For every upadhi, I am a sakshi. If for upadhi only I am the sakshi, all the things perceived by the upadhi, for that what I am, for that also I am a sakshi. Like this cinema is going on. I am seeing the movie. If I am no, if I know I am a sakshi of the seer of movie and everything happening in the movie, I will not be bound. This is called jnanasi. If this is not done, if you identify the upadhis of scene impressment and you give value to movie, then I become a samsari, suffering samsari of seeing the movie. This is what is 17th mantra. Then jnanam viveko nigamastapascha pratyaksha maitihyamatha anumanam आद्यन्तरयोरस्य यदेव केवलं कालश्च हेतुश्च तदेव मध्ये. So through the Vijnana, Viveka, Nigamaha, Tapaha, Pratyaksha, Aitihya, Anumana. By all these things, what you have to discover is, before this world created, what was there? When the world dissolves, so what will be there? Alone is there, even when the world of forms and names are perceived by our upadhi. Example, yata hiranyam su akrutam purastad paschat sarvasya hiranymayasya tadeva madhye vyavaharyamanam nanapadeshaihi aham asya tadvatu. Before ornament, gold. Ornament form and drupa dissolved, name and form, gold. In between, gold alone, called by very names and forms. Seen as forms, named as names. Same way, half this Jagat, before is Paramatma, after is Paramatma. In between, Paramatma alone is named and formed, called as Jagat. This much enough today. Then the next 15-20 श्लोकास जब शुरू किया हमने तो आग तो गए हैं 19-20 तक, तो बाकी फटाफट कल के दिन करेंगे. So that doesn't matter. A little revision. I tried. Can I do revision of it for myself and to the audience? So it was though little heavy to me because huge subject I have to put in one. But I could at least recollect some of the beautiful thoughts, the main salient subheadings. And some of you audience also might have tuned to it and caught the important topics. These are each of the topics put together, entire essence of Vedanta. And it is a joy to revel in them when we have the infinite inner stamina. That inner stamina comes when we stop exhausting ourselves because of our indulgence in the world, and through various upasana and prarthana, when we strengthen ourselves and love this subject, then we enjoy reveling in it. इस सब्जेक्ट को प्रेम करो, उपासनाओं के द्वारा दिव्य शक्ति को बढ़ाओ, बाहरी जगत में इंटेलिजेंस को रोक कर या छोड़कर उस एनर्जी डिस्ट्रैक्शन को कंजर्व करो. Conserve energy, stop distraction. Then this subject is not heavy. It in fact makes us lighter. It gives us the illumination, revelation, liberation. Let's see tomorrow. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Paramanushibhyo Namaha. Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai. Chalo, ek aur din. And once we naturally, when we enter to the next chapter of 29, that will be totally again different saga, different study. In that again, Krishna Uddhava Samvada, some more questions asked and answered. Then Bhagavan finally tells Uddhava, now is enough. Anything more you want to know? Uddhava says, Bhagavan, sab maine seekh liya. Then you go now to Badrinath. Like in any spiritual camp. Those 5 days when you are in the camp, Subha, Dopahar, Sham, the classes, the discussions, all the routine goes. But on the day of entry, this is always gadbid of entering into the camp. A day of exit, is all tension of packing and moving. In between only there are the regular classes. In the same way, in the next chapter, it is packing up aspect. Up to the 10th, 11th, 10th skandha, it is only entry. 11th skandha is like in the camp listening to the classes morning, afternoon, evening. तो इसी चैप्टर में सब मसाला है, इसलिए कोई दुख नहीं है और एक बार पढ़ने में. थैंक यू. ओम नारायण नारायण नारायण. Same topic of Jiva Nishchaya. We will see now in Adhyatma Ramayanam.